I could not have timed that cutoff of that song more perfectly if I tried. Hi friends, welcome to stream. Oh my goodness, it's been ages. I mean, it kind of hasn't been ages. I did do a collab stream 2 days ago, but that was the first time I'd streamed in like 2 weeks. So it feels like forever. I've missed you dearly. It's not just me saying things. I have genuinely missed all of my stream friends. So hello Cam, congrats on first. You snuck past the ads and they didn't see you. Let's go. Also hello to Floopy, hello Quaint, hello all other friends. We are so back. I will tell you, it took everything in me to play 9 Souls today, because I did promise in the Discord that that's what we were playing today. But then I remembered, first of all, Hello Kitty Island Adventure exists and I'm obsessed, okay? But we've got to finish this game. I need to know how it ends. Also, I remembered that it's June. I started streaming a year ago in June. I think it was June 13th is the official 1-year stream anniversary. I'll try and do something fun for that day. But yeah, so I did promise that for the stream anniversary that we would get back to Hollow Knight. So I was a little tempted to do that today as well. Silksong is theoretically happening in 2025, so might as well replay Hollow Knight, see if I'm any better at it. Surely it was the first difficult game that I played ever in my life, and like actually finished also. So it'd be really fun to go back, first of all play it on controller for the first time, just see if that's any different, and then also go back and just replay it as somebody who knows a little bit more about video games now. A little bit. And just see what that progress looks like. I don't know, it'd be fun. Yeah, Silksong tomorrow, absolutely. Also, since it's tradition for me to show off things as like show and tell at the beginning of stream, because I don't know why I am compelled to be this way, but I do this with my therapist too. I had therapy today, and we do video therapy. I was like, look at my yogurt, look at my whatever. This is not yogurt, obviously, but I was just picking up everything that was around me and showing her. I never got it past the show and tell. I don't know if this is going to show. Oh, it did for a second. I have this really cute pride ring that I bought a few prides ago. I actually bought it so that I had something pride related to wear as a piano player at a deeply hateful Southern Baptist church. I also always have on an ally bracelet that's got rainbow stuff on it too. I don't know if you can see that. It says ally somewhere. The letters are all around, but whatever. That I always have on, but I decided to bust out my pride ring for today. I was looking at rainbow fountain pens yesterday, because I was like, well, that would be a fun new way to marry a new obsession of mine with wanting to be a good ally and just having like something to use on stream or whatever. But holy wow, every rainbow fountain pen that I've come across is absolutely the most hideous thing you've ever seen. There are a lot of hideous fountain pens in general, so that really shouldn't surprise me, but like, hot damn, somebody needs to make a fountain pen that doesn't look like cheeks. Just put that out in the universe. Somebody work on that. Played a bit more Hollow Knight on the weekend. I'm in the Mantis Village now. I might fight the Mantis Lords next. Yes! That's such a good fight. See, I'm excited to go back and like redo fights for the first time ever, and again, just kind of like measure my growth as a person to see if I've gotten anywhere. Anyway, speaking of growth, I need to grow in this game. We need to get past the 5th boss, or I'm gonna cry. So let's heckin' do it. I almost hit new game. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? At least it wouldn't have wiped out this game, but sheesh. No, let's not start over, please. Oh, good for us. We were in the pavilion. I don't remember at all, other than the fact that we were stuck on the 5th boss, what's been happening. Poison not only cures my illness, it also serves as an ingredient for my brews. Bring me poison and I'll make you some strengthening wine. It'll fix you up good. Thank you, Poison Daddy. Speaking of calling everybody daddy and mommy, Crimbo had a really good idea the other day for some characters that are in the Blueprints game. Instead of calling them mommy, we're calling them Barbies. It's been pretty great, actually. But I stick by Poison Daddy as that guy's nickname. He's not just Ken. Hi, Flo. Welcome, hello. Hope you're doing well. Okay, she remembered the button to get up here. Neat. Stressed? Oh no, how many soul seals have you collected again? Because I mean, you've got places to be, right? Oh, don't hurry me. Listen. Listen. Oh, I guess we go back. This is gonna be a little rough, okay? I'm just throwing it out there. I don't remember how to play the game, so we'll start with that. I figured out how to parry. Good. Dash. And Y is arrows. We'll figure it out! Or we won't. You have an interview at 3 o'clock? Oh my gosh, good luck. Best of luck. Please let us know how it goes. But also know that we support you no matter how it goes, okay? Sometimes the interviewers are just awkward as fuck, and that's not your problem. Seems pretty informal. Yeah. It's still a lot of pressure, I get that. Three jiggle physics mummies. I've been really greedy here. Which is not for the best. This is not a fight you can greed in. One HP in a dream, don't worry about it. I see. I see. We found the most disturbing hole. I would agree with that 100%. This is the hole that started so many unfortunate conversations, and then also was the background for so many unfortunate conversations. Important ones. Hashtag Clean Butts Club. But hot damn. I will say I'm grateful we did not talk about butts in therapy today at all. It was pretty great. It was one of those therapy sessions where actually you get to the end of it and you're like, we had a good chat, and I maybe cried one tear, but it wasn't one that was gonna wreck you for the rest of the week, you know? So that's good, because nobody's got time for that. We got streams to do. Nice! That was a fast phase 1, we love it. Doesn't say anything about phase 2, unfortunately. And then phase 3, lol, 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 I still don't know what to do there. Ouch. Let a girl heal. I tried to jump on this and very much missed. Okay, bad attempt. What actually happens in therapy? Like, not specifics, but it's private, but like, what do people do? There are different types of therapy. What I'm doing right now is mostly just talk therapy. So when I started, and this is me feeling comfortable telling you what I'm about to tell you. When I first started therapy, it was because I was feeling really stuck in my life. Like, I just felt like I didn't know where I wanted to go with my relationship, or where I wanted to live, or what I wanted to do, and I was just feeling really stuck. And so I didn't have somebody that I felt like would be a good guide for that, and I knew that I could ask a therapist that, basically. And I also had some other stuff that I wanted to deal with, like some past trauma is the word for it, that I kind of wanted to talk about, but we ended up not even really getting to that. We just kind of worked through, like, me learning to listen to my own needs, I guess, like that, and just healing from some stuff. But yeah, it's talk based, and like what I do is during the week I only go over 2 weeks, but in between sessions I'll write down stuff that's like bothering me, whether it's personal stuff or work stuff or whatever. And if it's still bothering me by the next time I talk to my therapist, like, we just talk about that, basically. Hola, hi friend! How is Crab Souls treating you? Also, how are you personally? Sheesh. Crab is fun. You're fresh off your deep tissue massage. Let's go. Is that helping with like back pain specifically? Also, how is your back pain these days? There's more than one type of therapy. Yeah, so like with the talk therapy, I basically know that I can go in with an issue and that my therapist will ask me really specific, like thoughtful questions to help me see things in a different way, or to help me change my language about something or whatever. So she's there to work with me via talk. There's also what is it called? Eye movement? EMDR therapy is more like involves your body in a way where you're trying to get, that helps a lot with trauma and stuff like that, where you talk through traumatic things while you're holding like different little vibrating fuzzy things that go back and forth between your hands and help you to like move the trauma through your body. That's very specific. There are a lot more like body focused types of therapy that I didn't know about until I started reading a book recently. And then like I also had one therapist who was like very focused on like giving practical advice. Lymphatic drainage, yeah. I had a therapist who was like, instead of helping with like emotional stuff, like his whole thing was more like a guidance counselor. So like, which was helpful at the moment because I was like, I need to work on my therapy, or work on my resume. I need to apply to jobs, and he was like very good about hand holding for that purpose. But it kind of depends on like what you want assistance with, I guess. Like if you're struggling with perfectionism, there are therapists who specialize in that. Or if you're struggling with anxiety, there are therapists and different methods of therapy that help with that too. There's like exposure therapy, right? If you have a fear of being in crowds and you want to work on that, like they can help you work your way up to, you know, maybe start with like hanging out with 2 people. And then maybe start with hanging out with 3 people. Probably not 3.5, because you probably shouldn't hang out with a half of a person, but so yeah. But what I do is focused on like fixing specific things with relationships or situations. So most recently we've been working through the fact that I have dated nonsense men who ate napkins and stuff like that. So I need to know what a healthy relationship looks like. And so I was able to work with her, find a book that I really liked that helped me put that into words too. And then like now in the course of like 2 months, I feel like I'm in a much better place, and I know what a secure relationship should look like. I know what green flags should look like. Like I can now go forth into my life and enjoy a relationship without being a broken person, which feels pretty cool. Shouldn't hang out with a half person. I hate this short. LOL. Oh boy. Monthly? Oh, for the backs. Back's been good, manageable for sure. Okay, I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad for you that that is making progress in a good direction and not in a bad direction. When I very first went to therapy, it was because I was having nightmares. Physical therapy? Wasn't even for you. Yeah. It's basically, instead of taking care of your body, you're taking care of your mentals. So that's the other form of therapy, basically, that most people are talking about, I would assume. But yeah, I was having really bad nightmares after I stopped working at my very toxic church environment in Chicago, and I was like, I can't go the rest of my life having nightmares like this. So I was like, well, you know, one person who should probably be able to help with that as a therapist. And we did. We sorted it out. And then ever since, it's just, I feel like it's nice as a maintenance thing, even though I'm not in a place now where I feel like I'm a broken person. Like, there's always little ways that I feel like I could improve, or like little things that I notice about myself that I would like to work on. So that's why I go every other week, because it doesn't feel like it's in crisis mode anymore. It's just kind of like a check-in. And at some point I would probably be okay with moving it to like once a month. And just like having somebody that you pay who listens to whatever you want to talk about, and like you can trust to have good feedback for you. It's not like she ever tells me what to do. She just like helps me figure out what I want to do or how I want to improve. So it's been really, really nice. I've been going to the same therapist for 2 years. And like I trust her absolutely implicitly. Which is why I felt comfortable telling her that we had a conversation in stream about men not washing their butts. And she was like, girl, you've done so much work on yourself. I have every faith that the next guy you date is going to be a butt washer. So she manifested a butt washing boyfriend for me, and I love that. I will never stop laughing about that. I've just never been exposed to any of it. Yeah, I was mostly exposed. I don't know that I would have been either. So like, don't feel bad about that. I hope you don't. I was really exposed to it because the church that I worked at in Chicago, the one that was really toxic, the one thing that was good about it is that they had a pastor on staff who was also a licensed counselor, and he actually trained therapists who like worked at the church and offered their services for free to people in the whole community. So I had a lot of exposure to like what they did, what their training looked like what to expect out of a therapy session. So by the time I went to a therapist after I quit working there, I was really comfortable with the idea of it. And also I just at that point in my life didn't know where else to go. Like there was a point in my life where I was just like, I don't know who else to ask for help, so I guess I'm gonna ask somebody whose whole job it is. So there's a really good therapist finder website on psychologytoday.com that lets you pick by like what area of your life you want help with. So for me, I was pretty sure it was PTSD, so I went and found a therapist who was really good at that. But there are ones, like I said, who specialize in depression or relationship issues or family trauma or just like anxiety, perfectionism. We've talked about that. So yeah, there's they'll list out like what their specialties are. So if there's ever anything that like you specifically are like, hey, I want to work with a therapist on this for like 3 months. That's something that you can just do. It does not have to be like a lifetime fucking commitment. I just have... I dated a man who ate napkins, so I might need a little more therapy than your average Joe, you know? We're working on it. But I still can't believe the difference in like 2 months of talking about this with her. That like I'm maybe ready to lift my man ban. And I was nowhere near there 2 months ago. Lol, will you stand up, son? It's one of the reasons I talk about it on stream is just to at least normalize it. I don't know that it's a good fit for everybody to do talk therapy, but I do think it's a good fit for a lot of people, and it's just nice to know that it's an option, I guess. And again, like, it was very specific situations in my life that made me feel like I needed to seek that out. So if you've not experienced that, then, like, that's amazing, right? That's fine. If you haven't dated a napkin eater, then I'm so glad for you. We were very close to dead there. LOL. I'm also really fortunate that, like, I don't suffer from chronic anxiety or depression, so I've not needed to have that. Like, I've not needed to seek help for that, but that's another big reason that a lot of people go. Because that can be something that's really hard to talk about with, like, just a friend. You start feeling like you're a burden to them, whereas, like, you're not going to feel like a burden to a therapist because you're paying them to listen to you. What I did not tell my therapist about was the giant gaping hole in the back of this boss fight. I should send her a picture, though, and ask her what she thinks about it. What is the hidden meaning here? jump there, I promise. Oh, I have no heals. That's why I can't heal. I see. I understand. Whoa. Okay, asking questions and being curious about it is pretty cool, to be honest. Yeah, no, I love the excuse to be able to talk about it too, so thank you for asking. People who aren't at least open to it are a red flag. Yeah. It actually probably is exactly what you think the meaning is. Yeah, true. This game maybe a little bit needs therapy. Lydia Ethereal felt like a mother to all the kids who died, so be willing to bet the symbolism exactly what it looks like. Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good analysis. I'm scared to go back in. I'm sorry. I'm stalling because because my brain is broken. We haven't gotten to phase 3. Oh no. But yeah, I try not to, like, I joke about people needing therapy. I don't think it's a good suggestion for everybody. And I think you need to be in a place where you want to go. Like, so if somebody's just telling you to go, I guess maybe like take it with a grain of salt. You have to be interested in wanting to change something before you go. Is this game bringing me joy? No, actually. It is not. Which, that's something we talked about in therapy today. We were talking about friendships and relationships and like the concept of me like maybe being ready to lift my man ban. But still not knowing, like I am still so feeling very fragile about relationships and things like that. I'm genuinely thinking about it, Miss Ma'am. But yeah, so I'm just feeling fragile about it, and like I don't know what I would do if the situation presented itself in reality. And so she was saying that like not every relationship has to be fulfilling all of my needs, right? Like I might have some needs and desires for what I want in a romantic relationship, but I can also have friendships that meet my needs and stuff like that too. And it reminded me of the line, "Thank you for your service," that Marie Kondo uses when she's clearing out somebody's house, because she will say like to a mouse that like is the wrong size, and to be like, you know what, we're gonna get rid of this because this is not a good size mouse for gaming, right? Like, thank you for your service. What you taught me is that you are not a good gaming mouse. Okay, that's a lesson learned. Now I won't buy a mouse that looks like that anymore. I will. It's pink. But you say thank you for your service and you move on. It doesn't mean that that it wasn't useful to you, or that it didn't meet a need at a time, or it wasn't, you know, didn't serve any purpose. It's just not serving all the purposes, and that's okay too. So you can have a friendship or, you know, even a romantic relationship that, you know, meets some needs or meets all needs for a while, and then it doesn't have to be like your forever thing. So that was nice. But it did make me laugh. I did tell her about thank you for your service, because then the next move in, if you're Marie Kondo, is to put that item like in the trash can. And I don't know that you can do that with a whole person, but sometimes I would like to. I used to have a pretty bad outlook on therapy, but that was because my high school was filled with those like awful stereotypical people who go to therapy, like the people that the internet makes you think of. It was bad. Like 3 overdoses on campus in your 4 years though. Oh Lord. Yeah, I think therapy can get like, just like most things, you can have our go-to example is like furries, right? Furries get a bad rap because some furries are obnoxious. Therapy can get a bad rap because some people who go to therapy are obnoxious. That is not indicative of the entire community or the entire practice. So yeah, I appreciate that you're open to talking about it for realsies, and I genuinely always love answering questions about it because it's something that I like bringing to stream. I like being able to make it less scary for anybody who might want to go, whether that's now or 20 years from now. You just ended a really long friendship because it didn't serve me anymore, and I felt like an ass about it, but I physically feel better. Should have said thank you for your service. Yeah, don't put them in the trash can. But that's such a huge, what a gift to yourself to advocate for what you need and like what this chapter of your life should look like and what you want it to look like, to be able to say, like, to set a boundary for yourself of this is no longer serving me. That's huge. I'm really proud of you. That's another thing I'm working on in therapy, is advocating for myself and my own needs, because I used to think that was really selfish, but it turns out if I don't say something, nobody's gonna know. People can't just read your mind. Did you know that? People can't just read your mind. And getting butthurt at them because they can't read your mind is not helpful to anybody. Skirts. I'm learning so much. Oh boy. First time you've ever done something like it, you just needed it? Yes! Okay. Is it your selfish era or your self-care era? Listen, we are prioritizing ourselves so hard it hurts. I love it. It does hurt though, for realsies. Let me hit you, please. That's what I would like. That's what I need in this relationship. Miss Jiggle Physics? I still can't say that. I keep trying to say Fickle Jizzix. I knew as soon as I healed you were gonna come murder me. I knew it. Took too long. They can read your mind, they're in the walls. Could you imagine? No, that's a real bad habit I got into, because that's kind of how I grew up learning to be a caretaker in some regards. Like, I'm really good at intuiting other people's needs or listening really well, and so I just get then resentful that nobody else does the same thing for me. But instead of just like assuming what people want, if they just tell you, it's like 1,000 fucking times easier. Yeah, exactly, jizz. Yeah, I can't stop saying fickle jizzix. Jizzix. I can't stop saying it. Could I just stop describing her wobbly tits as jiggle physics? I could, but that won't be happening. Yeah, it's just kind of funny. The older you get, the more you realize how many fucked up things you learned from your family, and that is not at all to put my family down. I had a wonderful, still have a wonderful family. But like, we all have our own dumb things that we've inherited from thousands of years of nobody going to therapy, and it turns out somebody needs to figure it out. Somebody needs to stop the generational trauma. Somebody needs to learn that you can say no, and you can advocate for yourself. And you can't ask for resolution when people in the family get mad at each other. Did you know that you don't just have to walk away to other sides of the house and cool off for 3 days and then come back? Did you know you can actually have a whole kind conversation about things and get resolution and like become closer as a result of it? Like, so yeah, learning so many what seemingly basic life things at 112 years old, and it's fine. No one asked for you to do those things, so you overgive because it's your love language and get mad when they don't receive the same in return. Yes, 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 yes. I am so burned out on caretaking though. That's the fun thing. My therapist and I were talking about this today because she heard me describing how I've been reading through this book called Secure Love, and it's about attachment styles, and I want everybody in my life to read it with me. But instead of getting just resentful that they aren't all going on the same healing journey with me at the same time, I'm basically just saying, hey, it would mean something to me if you read this book, and then I'm just leaving it. I'm not going to buy them the book. I'm not going to teach them that audiobooks exist. I'm not going to follow up with them to help them figure out how to Google where to get the book. I'm just leaving it, and they can either meet that need or they cannot. And then that's useful information for me. I might have to say thank you for your service if everybody just fails to follow through on that, you know? Whew. Nowadays you're saying no a whole lot and it's empowering. I know. But yeah, she heard me. She was like, so are you not caretaking because you're setting a boundary? And I was like, no, I'm not caretaking because I'm burned out on it. I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me to babysit grown adults in my life anymore. Y'all sort it out. Will I be kind to you? I will try. Will I baby you and nurture you in ways that you don't even ask me to do or appreciate? No, that's my freaking energy. Taking my energy back. I have a budget. This is my allotted amount of energy. I don't know why I'm so pumped up about this right now. It's because this game has given me nothing to work with. I'm just stuck in this fight for the rest of my life. We might be switching to Hello Kitty. Or we might just sit here ranting about therapy things. If you advocate against yourself, though, then I would advise maybe chatting with a therapist to see if you would like to stop self-sabotaging. That's a great therapy topic. She's getting rid of the energy deficit with Hello Kitty? Probably. Probably. I did say we were going to do that on Saturday, but I'm here to tell you. It feeds my soul. No, it's never oops caps. We are all shouty vibes. All shouty vibes all the time. I cannot tell you how much of... So Crimbo and I finally got our own Discord. Because we just have had too many fucking pinned messages and it was getting out of control. I would say 90% of that Discord is me shouting in caps. That's true of any conversation that I'm in, though. Just big feelings all the time. And I learned that's because I have a disorganized, oscillating attachment style. Thanks, family. Thanks for not dealing with your abandonment issues, so I get to deal with them. Neat. Hello, Plum. What did you eat? Or is it too horrific to describe in normal human language? Is it the souls of your enemies? How many times must you murder me before I learn my lesson? A million. I missed! Self-sabotage builds you? Okay. I'm just gonna throw that out there that that's not your only option. So while we're all being open-minded about things, just maybe be open-minded that there's another way. There's another way. Quesadillas? Oh, I would smash a quesadilla right now. The crimes I would commit to eat a Mexican grilled cheese. Made with low-fat cheese, dramatic piano steam. Self-sabotage, let's go. I don't know how I feel about the low-fat cheese. But it's because I've not had it in a quesadilla before, so feel free to educate me on what I'm missing out on. But hot damn. Do we have tortillas? We usually have tortillas. I've never even considered making a quesadilla in all the times that I've been living with my dad. But that used to be one of my go-to lunches. I had a 1-hour lunch break when I worked for the state of Tennessee. So I lived like 5 minutes away from the office, and I would just drive back and make myself a little quesadilla with grilled chicken, which came frozen in a bag. Don't judge me. And chopped up green peppers. You're literally shoving Havarti in your mouth. Ola, I need you to know, when we raided into you on Sunday, and Chrono typed up the majority of whatever message he sent to you about how much I love you and that we need to get married and stuff like that. But the I need to marry you that was my idea. The rest of it he wrote, but it was all... He said, yes! Let's go! Let's go! OMG, alright, well my whole life is solved. Forget men. Ola and I are forever taken. But yeah, that was really funny of Chrono's part. It's Firefox. I don't know what happens, but every time I start a raid and I have Firefox open with a chat in it, it will not go. It wasn't even my primary browser that I was using, but it crashed my whole computer. We love it. We love it. We love it. You finally beat Moonlord in Terraria? Let's go. Okay, if somebody has the time and energy, could somebody explain to me what Terraria is all about? I've heard of it, and it's on my list of, I think, cozy games, but I know nothing about it. Crimbo's mount's legs, I know, they were genuinely horrific. It is my fault that he has that. I need you to know. I saw it in the shop. We were in the shop looking for hedgehog mounts, and he just got in and got out and got the hedgehog mount as he was supposed to do. Because he's just really, not focused. But he was on a mission, right? He was on a mission that day for sure. And I went shopping because I can't help it. And I saw that mount and I was like, well, Crimbo, here's something horrible if you want it. So, yep. It's my fault. I don't think I recognized that it was a dragonfly until yesterday, though. It's 2D Minecraft? It's so cursed. I know. It's extra cursed that it's named after my grandma, though. Like, whose idea was that? It was mine, unfortunately. I bring these problems on myself. It's why it's named Graham. Graham. We were just talking about your cursed mouth. Hello, Crimbo. Nobody here was judging any decisions that you've ever made. Full support. Oh, my Graham's name was not Kazan, but could you imagine? No, where Kazan nips is with the exact line that I have dropped in Crimbo's chat every single time he's played Kazan so far. Anytime he's like, I can't make it to his stream because he streams when I'm supposed to be sleeping, but I will sneak in at like 9:30 my time and scream, where Kazan nips? And then just leave. Ask anybody in this chat. I do not stick around for hellos, goodbyes. We're just, where Kazan nips? Because fun fact, Kazan does not seem to have nips in that game. Except in the cover art. But otherwise, they refuse to give that man nips. Sorry if that's a spoiler. Terraria really is basically Minecraft but with more stuff and boss fights. Okay, well see, maybe I'm into it then, because I'm not a Minecraft girly. It's too open-ended for me. And I get overwhelmed and confused as to what I should do. But if there's some more direction, I'm in. I know, free the nips. Free all the nips, except maybe... I feel like we've freed too much of this lady. But I guess it's really about what makes her feel good, not what makes me feel good. She is. She is definitely... Crowning is the most perfect word you could have picked, actually. I see what you did there. Hot damn. She is just a brain in a jar. Listen. Brainy Barbie deserves nips too. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Oh, stop disappearing on me when I'm trying to kill you. Thank you. Write that down. Do not write that down. We're having cursed conversations again today. What is about this boss fight arena that elicits the worst conversations? I wonder. Ugh! It's fine. Everything's fine. I will be in this fight for the rest of my life. I missed? I missed again? What? How many whiffs? How many whiffs to the center of the Tootsie Pop? You know that Tootsie Pops have Tootsie Rolls inside of them, chat? Who knew? Bringing Barbie deserves snips too. Alright. This is why we took over the quote bot that exists and made it a Zope bot instead, because we don't need my quotes. You do need therapy for old people and their godforsaken grocery store coupons? See, that's funny. I have such a endless amount of patience for old people. Don't ask me why. Babies? Put those things in the sea. Don't put babies in the sea. No patience. No patience for littles. Don't know what happened there. Thank yous. Kids can go. What are those? Old people, though? Most precious. Let me help you. Let me hug you. Except that did go away a little bit when I moved to a retirement community in rural Tennessee and was introduced to a lot of racist old people at the same time, and then I find them very much less charming at that point. But for the most part, when I have confirmed or just don't know about their racism, old peeps, what are you? Can take all day with her lotto tickets. Oh my gosh, like, this is your life? What a charming, cute life you have, that you're just spending 3 hours picking out lotto tickets and scratching them on the counter while I'm just sitting there getting to know you. Tell me about your grandkids. Tell me about your cats, your chickens. Tell me about your whole life. I've never wanted to know more. And then yeah, somebody comes up and wants to tell me about their kid and their drawing, and I'm like, no, ew. Ugh. Ew. Can't even help but be impressed by it. They take like $100 sale to 15. The problem is it takes 14 million years. Okay, if you want to do this hack without holding up the entire line, and you're a young person and you also have a CVS near you, you can opt into CVS coupons on your phone on the app, and you can also opt into emailed receipts, so you never have to have the whole gosh dang thing. I've been saving 50% on everything that I've ever bought for CVS for like 5 years now. Also, you can go a little bit further. They have an Amazon Prime equivalent where it's $45 a year. You get free 2-day shipping on everything, and you get a $10 off coupon off of anything every month. So it way more than pays for itself. Anyway, that's my spiel. CVS. You can buy your almost anything there. It's a pharmacy if you don't know. But it's also like a little corner store vibe. I am robbing them blind. I don't know how it works, but every time I go in there, I save 50 to 80%. It's bananas. Bananas. I don't know why I needed to tap my thing on the desk. I'm so sorry. Anyway, but you can preload all the coupons, and you just go up there, and then they're like, wow, you want to use all your coupons? And you're like, yeah, I do want to use all my coupons. Now I feel like I'm saying the word weirdly. Coupons? Who cares? And they will immediately just press a little button and it uses all of them, and your total goes from like $90 to $9, and you're like, yeah, that's me. It's nice if the old lady is nice. Yeah, that is a big if. I will allow it. I swear to fuck, we're the same person. Let's go. That's why we need to get hitched, because honestly, if I had to marry anybody in the universe, it would be me. So you. So let's go. We can also maybe bring peace between our two countries. Sorry that my country is being a dick to your country right now. I don't approve. I don't approve. Saw a video recently where it was the saddest TV moments, and one of them came from Sesame Street, where it was an episode about death or something, and I swear I couldn't help but laugh because there's just something so darkly hilarious about Big Bird discussing. Okay, no, that's very good dark humor. Oh, I solidly... Plum, you and I are never going to be able to play the same video games, but like dark humor, sign me up. I was describing this to my therapist today. I own a sweatshirt. I've worn it on stream before. It says fake dating on it, and it's supposed to be about the trope in romance novels about how like two people will pretend to be dating because they like need a cover story, like their ex is back in town and they're like they need a date to the big event or whatever, so they like fake date somebody who's a friend and then they end up really falling in love, and it's this whole trope, whatever. So that's what the shirt is supposed to be for, but I bought it because my last relationship, the 9-year relationship with Stevia Daddy, mind you, I wasn't allowed to tell anybody that we were dating. So I was able to tell my friends, but I couldn't talk about it online or tell any of his friends. That was just part of what was broken with that. But anyway, I bought this shirt because it felt like we were fake dating. And I explained it to my therapist. I was like, I don't know why I think it's funny. Nobody else is going to find this funny. They're all just going to think that it's sad as fuck. But she approves. She likes my dark sense of humor. So if a therapist says it's okay, it's okay. It's not how that works. Used to know an extreme couponer who showed me their latest receipt at the time, and it was like 100 items in the store. Ended up giving money back to her. I don't think I want to make a hobby out of it. I admire people who have the time and energy for it, but like it gets a little over consumerism for me. But yeah, for some people it's a necessity. It's only like $6, but still, yeah. No, that happened to me once at CVS, where like they were supposed to owe me money, but the cashier didn't know what to do about it. So she's like, "Could you just buy a candy bar so that I don't have to try and figure this out?" And I was like, "Yes, I'll buy a candy bar." So then it brought my total to like 10 cents instead of her owing me, $1 or something or whatever. So, no, it was wild though. Yes, you're not wrong. The metronome that is your humor is something to behold. Yes. No, I get that. I think dark humor is one of the best coping mechanisms out there, though. Somebody actually just recommended a show that was supposed to be really good with dark humor, and I can't remember what the heck it was. I'll have to go back and rewatch that YouTube video. I know which one it was that I watched, and I just didn't write it down. And I thought I would have a better memory, which I've never had a good memory. So why was that a hope and a dream? She would donate items to seniors' homes. Oh, that's so sweet. Her basement looked like a Walmart. I'm not allowed to tell you that my basement looks like a Walmart because the person who stocks it is afraid that people will come rob us if they know that we have enough cinnamon flavored dirt bricks to feed us until the end of time. But we do have enough cinnamon flavored dirt bricks to last until probably 2050. And if you're wondering what a cinnamon flavored dirt brick is, it is an actual brick of food that is like freeze dried, or maybe not even food. I don't know, but it is cinnamon flavored. I have some of it in the back of my car in case I ever get stranded somewhere where there isn't a McDonald's. Now, what I would be doing in a place like that, I don't understand. I would have been kidnapped. I probably wouldn't have my car. But in case I'm ever extraordinarily desperate and I've eaten every old person in sight, I do have cinnamon flavored dirt bricks in the back of my car, like 3 of them. And I think that's enough to feed a grown person for like 2 years. So I'd rather die, gonna be honest, than eat whatever that is. One minute I'm laughing at the dumbest thing you've ever seen, the next I'm pulling out the most out-of-pocket shit in the world. I will say, what was that game? There was a video game promo, Plum, that you made me watch the video for. It was like a bunch of little cats or something. That was wild. That was wild. Mutagenics. It was Mutagenics. Yeah, no, I can see that being one end of the spectrum of your humor. I don't know that my humor swings quite that far, but I'm glad yours does. There's one person while I was still working at the Harris Teeter, she came in with a literal basket of coupons. I started working through it. This was a $153 order. Yes, you remember. No. There are some moments in like work history that you will never forget like that. The coupons took forever. Half of them weren't even for things she bought, so I had to give them back. Oh, she had the audacity to ask you to hurry up because she was late for work. Okay. Unless you're lactose intolerant, then you're sold. Oh, yeah. I read that as Soul, like, the game 9 Souls, not Shit Out of Luck. That's funny. Her $153 order was $6.53. See? That's the kind of impression that I want to leave on the CVS people. Except that I don't want to make them feel bad in the process, right? Like, I'm just gonna give them my phone number and they're just gonna be like, oh, you have a lot of coupons, do you want to use them? I'll be like, yes, and they'll hit one button. So it's easy for them, easy for me, and then they go, wow, you saved a lot of money. And I'll be like, I know. It's kind of like the same thing where you want to impress the people at TSA that, like, you can take your shoes off the best and, like, put your laptop in the correct spot. There's something about making it through airport security, like, better than anybody has ever done it, where you're just expecting them to give you a trophy or a pat on the head, and I am a sucker for it every time. I'm like, I'm gonna be the best they've ever seen. Could I maybe talk about that with my therapist? Yes, listen, we have more important things. We have more important things. I don't think we've even ever talked about the fact that I dated a man who ate napkins. Minus the bitchiness, it was really cool. Yeah, agreed. I hope she gets the chance to do that over again, but better. Yeah, it is horrifying, and it is different in every airport. The only airport that ever caught me for having a pocket knife in my purse, which I always forget about, was Las Vegas, where everybody was drunk and gambling. So probably not a good place to have a pocket knife, I agree. But, like, I made it through O'Hare in Chicago, where I lived, like, hundreds of times with that same pocket knife, and nobody ever caught me on it, which is why I keep forgetting that I have it. But it's so wild to me that, like, everyone is different. Some of them, like, really insist that you take your shoes off, and some of them, like, really want their laptop to be in a bin, and some of them are, like, mad that you put your laptop in a bin. It feels like a test that you can never succeed at, which is honestly my least favorite kind of test. Just give me the rules and I will follow the rules. I'm so good at following rules, you wouldn't believe it. I jumped on that. Disagree. It wasn't a great jump, but I did jump on it. Okay, just suddenly I can't... I would like to know why one of my ears is so differently shaped than the other ear. I already have my in-ear monitors with two different sizes of, what do you call those things? Like the little tips that go inside of there? Like this one has a different size than this one. And this one still just wants to like fall out of my ear at all times. I might need to get a different pair. It's fine. I'm just glad to be back streaming. I missed you. It's a little event that caused airport security to be crazy here. Yeah, they didn't need to go. It wasn't in my shoe, okay? None of the problems were in my shoes. It's like when one person in class acts out and the whole class gets smacked. That's not necessarily the best way to do discipline or security. Went through like 3 airports on one trip and only one of them on the return trip had to pull me aside for a credit card shaped multi-tool in your wallet. Yeah, the inconsistency. The inconsistency. Been trained on how to deal with going through security thanks to the Navy. Doesn't stop me from hating TSA with a passion. Yeah, I think we have other more important things to be giving. Not to say that plane security isn't important. But at the moment we've had so many planes like crashing and all the other problems that are going on with FAA stuff. I don't know. It just feels like maybe just let me keep my shoes on. Also, there's the other problem where like, okay, we've decided that keeping your shoes on through security is going to lead to another, 9/11. But if you have the money to pay for TSA clear or the money to pay for pre-check, you can buy your way out of being a criminal and you can leave your shoes on. So now it's just a poverty tax, which I get real mad about. So I do have TSA pre-check and I can leave my shoes on now. But it bothers me because the only reason I can do that is because I went to like a Staples, an office supply store, and was like, hello, person who works at an office supply store. I am who I say I am. And they were like, checks out. Checks out. You can leave your shoes on now. Okay. Excellent. It's nonsensical. If it really mattered that much, there wouldn't be exceptions for it. Especially monetary ones. Everyone knows terrorists are broke as fuck. And they don't wash their butts. Put that out there while we're spreading mean rumors. Don't become a terrorist. You'll have a dirty butt and you'll be broke. Also, terrorism is bad. Yo, it's an ad break. What a funny time. Should just have you open your wallet in that case? I mean, if they did, they would find out that I was indebted because I spent a lot of money on stationery in October 2024. But now I'm on a no spend year and I'm working my way back out of it. It's fine. We're fixing our crimes. We're learning to stop using spending as a coping mechanism for when we feel uncomfortable in life. Another fun therapy topic. Did you know you don't have to dissociate or eat sugar or spend money every time you have an emotion that you don't like? I didn't know. Didn't know. It's not looking good for me. Well, I have a clean butt. Okay, I have a clean butt. I'm not a terrorist. That is somehow not part of the TSA experience yet, though. I see this is how it's going to go for the rest of my life. You can speed all you want as long as you have the cash. Pre-check, just get the cash. Yeah, no, that's like a hot button issue for me personally. When somebody pointed that out years ago, like how many crimes are just poverty taxes. Upsets me. It's upsetty spaghetti. We don't own this illegal weapon. Absolutely not. Well, unless you pay me first. Yeah. It's a secondary check. Ooh. So they're really checking during that pat down. Could you imagine? Just do a little sniff. What do you think makes somebody want to do that as a job? The pat down, not the sniff part. Because I don't think there's anything about me personally. Even though I do like following rules and enforcing rules. Those are ones that I find stupid, so I would have a hard time enforcing them. And like, it's just, everybody hates you. Are those people who just need to go to therapy? Is that what this is? Because I don't think I'd be okay in a job where everybody just by default hates you. Although there have been some cute TSA agents at like, was it maybe Nashville Airport? Probably. Where they were just like, oh, hey, sweetie, you can come on through. You know, and they were just real sweet about it and southern about it. But yeah. That's been the rarity. That's been the exception, not the rule. And even still, it's not like I was about to, you know, trade numbers with them or anything or adopt them. Less than $100 in your wallet, time for the rectal exam. Stop. What great timing you have. I hope you're doing well, friend. Oh, I'm excited. Stonk, I get to do Hollow Knight content soon. I'm thinking next week. I think next week we're going to start Hollow Knight replay in preparation for Silksong. And also just as a 1-year stream anniversary celebration. I think TSA doesn't love it. I bet they're freaky. So that's what I'm saying. I think the people who work for TSA probably do. If we're talking about who should maybe consider therapy, it's probably, hi, I've picked a job where I'm going to be hated, and also I get to make people feel bad about themselves. So that's just maybe something that you could work on in a therapy session while we're talking about examples. Just in time for June's Silk release. We've got all fingers crossed, okay? That's a really upsetting image. I look like little crab hands. Although, Crabsouls. Someday we'll get to play that over here. In the meantime, go watch Ola play Crabsouls. Such a fun game. I know! Crabsouls mentioned! We need the, I don't think I have the emote. But we need to get the, Walter White rave emote that everybody was using in Aggie's chat whenever that fun song comes on. I so badly wanted that one song to be my... When we hit the sub goal, I was going to have that be like our sub goal song. I actually emailed the people at Crabsouls and was like, hello, I love your song so much and I would like to use it on my stream whenever I hit my daily sub goal. And they were like, crickets? Never responded. Never responded. I was going to pay them money for it. I mean, I don't have a lot of money, but I was going to pay them some amount of money for it. Skong's coming this month, right? Right? Somebody slid into my DMs and said June 20th. Twitch has no clue who you are. You just got an ad that's entirely in Spanish and you don't speak Spanish. They're just being inclusive in case you've decided that you wanted to. Maybe that's your. Maybe it's a secret Duolingo ad where they're trying to convince you that you should learn Spanish in Duolingo. Okay, I think we're gonna do a few more attempts of this, and then if we don't find the third phase, we might switch over to Hello Kitty, or just go bopping around the rest of this game for a minute. I'm a little bit tired of this exact same fight on repeat. Everyone knows Skong came out last week. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if it dropped at the same time as Night Rain? Which, by the way, for anybody who's playing, how are we liking the Night Raining? I have watched zero content about it, except for some older VODs that Aggie did with Parky and Chris when it was like the testing time. I have not seen the actual new content yet. I did see the post that they're maybe coming out with like a 2-player mode, which would be dope, because I don't have that many people that I could Night Rain with. Oh yeah, how's E33 going? I also have not seen anything. I've seen no content. It seems very spoilable. People seem really invested in the story. I know 2 people who have cried over it. Skong would demolish Night Rain. It's... yeah, probably. Say what you will about FromSoft fans, but holy... Hollow Knight fans? That's a cult. And I say that with great love and adoration. I love cults. Give me all them cults. I see. I see you, 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 I see you. Do you need YouTube mods? Okay, that's good to know. Maybe... I've been bloopsing every night with friend of the stream Grimbo. Seems like a weird thing to say when he's in chat. We've been playing bloops every night, so I have not been watching any of Aggie's streams. Or Ola's streams, or any friend's streams. We've just been focused on blueprints, and I did not think we finished the primary objective of this game on like May 14th or something, and I think we're still like 40% of the way done with this game. I did not expect it to be so... we're solid 1% in. Yeah, it's like overwhelming how much of this game is left. But I could definitely at least pull up YouTube chat on the side while we're doing that and bonk some people. Story fucking hurts, but it's very spoilerable, so if you're interested, stay away from it. Okay, I will. No, I don't mind. I know that it's been empty over there. I actually came back to YouTube chat moderating in like April for a while. And then literally we got sucked into blueprints like the very first day of May, and it's been bloops. It's been bloops all the way down. It's pure cinema? Dang. I want to have a good cry on stream someday. We've not done that yet. You have to bully some assholes. I'm glad YouTube chat is good at self-moderating to some capacity, but it is nicer still to not have to... It's still nice to be able to just chat and let the mods do the job. Nearly made you cry in the first 45 minutes? Let's go. See, that's what I'm talking about. I want an emotional... I want to be emotionally hurt. This is why I'm in therapy. You're a big, strong boy. But are you a big, strong boy who cries? Because that is the ultimate strength, right? You don't cry for many games. I can totally see E333 being one that gets you, though. Yeah. I just straight up died in phase 1. Hello, 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 hello. I cry frequently. Man, what did I cry about most recently as a game? The ending of Split Fiction. We didn't even have a strong bond with those characters, right? That game was not the best in terms of storytelling. But I still cried. Still sniffled my way through the end. Thankfully I was off camera for that one, but like I was still sniffly, whiffly mess. But I've also been known to cry at like an Advil commercial, so a little Oscar-worthy acting, but they won't win because old people don't think games can be art. The old people will die off eventually, Cam. Don't help them die off. Unless they deserve it, in which case we're calling that reincarnation assistance. Don't forget it. TM, 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 TM. I think of a few people I'd like to assist. B33 doesn't win Game of the Year, we riot. Let's go. I like rioting anyway, so even though I haven't played, I'll be there. You can count on me. I need to stop trying to read chat and play this fight. Or stop trying to do this fight. Stop jumping over her. See? I read the message, oh no! I can't help it, chat's so entertaining. Why game when you can read chat instead? Ow! I knew it. Bad place to heal. I don't care anymore. Let's go do something else for a minute. I don't know what else we would do. Let's go pet Schwan. This game needs the Kazan feature where the more you struggle at a fight, the more you level up. I'm explaining that badly. Wouldn't it be hilarious if Skong had a cyberpunk situation and came out as a broken, buggy mess? Yet Nips would also be great. Give ye Nips. Hello, Schwan. I promised that I would be good and stay right here. But after you're done with your business, take me out to see the sights. Okay. Okay. Where Kazan Nips? There is a mod that adds them back. Somebody in Aggie's chat brought this up. I think it was Aggie's chat. Maybe it was Mitch's. But it's a... I'm pretty sure it's a naked Kazan mod. So it also has the capability to add a dick. It's a lot... It's maybe more than some people were asking for. I didn't mean to go there. I was going to teleport. We do have 9 souls Nips. They're upstairs. You're not wrong. Okay, let's go look at those right quick, and then we'll go find a different thing to teleport to. I fucked up. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Okay. It's us. It's a Pokeball. It's the Nips! Dangly Nips on the wall! Let's go! And also tentacles. Nips and tentacles! Nipicles! Okay. That was fun. It is a masterpiece. I'm so glad. I'm so glad we know about that while I'm streaming this game so that we can all enjoy it every time we come through here. Okay, I was gonna go teleport to literally anywhere other than the boss fight. Because I'm tired of dying to the same boss over and over again. Do I remember where this lady's boss fight is, though? Oh, she's right next to us, I think. Let's, before we go, make sure I remember where our shit is. Because I'm feeling a little confused. I think she was in Nips and Tentacles with an Asian influence. Couldn't be. Couldn't be. Will you? Thank you. Where's my shit? Oh, we do still need to do that whole thing, because I had very much skipped it. Oh, I'm not losing a life in there because we're dying in the brain? But she's right here, isn't she? I think she is. Let's just check that. So I know where to teleport to when we go. We don't need to teleport. We can just walk out there. I'm feeling dumb. I'm feeling dumb. Yeah, she is right there. Okay. Yeah, we have a follower emo! Isn't that cute? It's our first one ever. Okay, it is this one. It's a tall boy. Also, hi Gam. Welcome on in. One of the next emotes that I do is gonna be another follower emote. I'm gonna try and get all 5 of those slots filled out. Oh yeah, we can play music. I forgot. Okay. I could be brave. I could be brave and go back in here. Let's do it. We, kind of ran through here because it's dark and it's scary, and I don't do dark and scary. But I probably should do this area eventually. I forgot how to grab that. Figured it out. Figured it out. Ouch. Yeah, it's definitely the, deep nest. It's definitely the deep nest of this game. Why does Twitch remember what volume I like on this stream, but anytime I join Chrono stream, it puts it at full volume from the start? I'm gonna guess Chrono has a setting that specifically says, fuck with Gam, and only Gam. Crimbo is in chat, maybe, so if he comes back to defend himself, don't listen. My dog is standing outside of your room and whining. Dark and scary. Is that a Darkwood reference? I need you to know, Plum, that because of you, Plum, my, is it games? My games spreadsheet has a new section that is literally called Benched, parentheses, Nightmares. So until I can work with my therapist on not having nightmares anymore, Darkwood is on the list, but it's benched. It's always Cuppy's fault. That's what I wanted to do. Figured it out. Let's go! Nightmare. Yes, there were a few other games on there that I thought might give me nightmares. Witcher 3? Don't ask me why, but I feel like I watched a scene of it that spooked me. Oh. Heard about pigs in a blanket. What about pigs in a helmet? This is very tentacly. Okay. Pretty though. Oh, your other doggo. I'm sure there's another doggo. There's always another doggo. No? What do you mean? What do you mean no? Can I go inside of here? Is anybody home? Was this the doggo's house? Did the doggo have a dog house shaped like a little tent? With this little home? Is it when you play a horror game? Yeah. So here's the thing. If you want to pay for a lot of therapy, you can buy your way into that. Speaking of a poverty tax. Or you can just wait until I naturally make my way through therapy and work on my nightmares, which is on the list. We've talked about it once. I'm keeping a dream journal now. Consistently, as opposed to just when I have the worst nightmares. I'm keeping a more consistent dream journal. Although I forgot to write down how many bloops inspired dreams I had last night. I can't stop dreaming about this game. I keep building rooms in the game and then like having to explain how the dreams work or how the rooms work and how many doors they have and what items they have in them. Crimbo! You had a weird dream last night because you never have really? See, I think that's maybe people who can withstand horror are probably people who don't have a lot of dreams or who don't just have nightmares, I guess. But if you dream every night... Crimbo, I had 3 hours of dreams last night instead of my normal like 30 minutes. It was just all non-stop bloops content. You're ruining my sleeps. I'm eepy. It's not you, it's the game. It's such an addictive game. Hello? Why is there just like a... Oh, there are two. I was gonna say, why is there like a single fly and then just like dead person? What are the vibes over here? Because they're kind of creepy. Is this where we started? Is this where we started? Oh, I can't even go that way if I wanted to. I see. You had a hilarious dream. Basically, you were like a dodgeball tournament against a bunch of like 5-year-olds and you were just destroying them. Okay, that's fun. Would buy an official Bloops magnifying glass because I think I would. Speaking of, I saw a magnifying glass for purchase the other day, Crimbo. Like yesterday. Where the heck was that? I think it was on one of the stationery websites. Because of course I was I was looking for a rainbow fountain pen for Pride. It's like, well, that would be fun to use on stream. I would have used it. I have a small allowance, even in my no spend year. I have a small allowance every month for frivolous purchases. And that was going to be my purchase. But I found a magnifying glass instead. I was like, I've never been at all tempted to use one until Bloops came out. Okay, this is all looking way more familiar now. Yeah, we went chasing around different aminals and stuff. I forgot I had the fancy arrows. Oh, this music is wild. Now, I remember why I ran through here the first time, because everything is out to kill you in a really bad way. OMG, OMG, we are never gonna make it at this rate. Why is everything in here so tanky? Hey, okay, good. Also helping your brother with a pretty big project this summer. Oh, what are you doing? Do tell. Okay. Strats. I would say we're surviving, not thriving, but we made it through one page with all the enemies. Oh, he's fast as fuck. I see. That's gonna be a no from me. We want to set up a website with a political compass quiz and incorporate our own scale, where they have a place in the political compass in the US as well as in the world as a whole. That is a pretty big project. Sounds cool though. It's reminding me that I also have a website on a much smaller scale that I need to make with a friend. My trainer has decided to quit the gym where I originally met her at, and she's doing all of her training independently now. So if anybody needs a personal trainer in Cincinnati, she's great. Hit me up. But since she's going to be moving away from like working at one specific gym and like getting clients through them, she will need to have her own website and marketing stuff like that. So haven't actually started coding anything yet, just trying to get the actual questions for the quiz lockdown. Yeah, that is definitely a good place to start. Like, start with what your needs are and like what you're going to like convey, and then work on making it pretty and cohesive and functional. So that's what we're starting with first too with my trainer friend. I'm gonna meet with her probably this Sunday and just go over like, what kind of clients do you want to work with? Like, what part of Cincinnati are you wanting to reach out to? Are you wanting to work only at this one gym or at other gyms? Do you want to be able to sign people up through the website? Do you want to be able to like book appointments through the website, like get payments, stuff like that? Or do you want to do all that through Venmo like you're doing now? I don't know. We have a lot of stuff to work through. And then once I get all the answers to that, I can go make her a fabulous website. All I can think of when I see the word compass is blueprints. But I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it because everything's a spoiler. Everything's a spoiler. Okay, well that wasn't as fun as I thought it was going to be. That was very deadly. Too deadly for me, please. I know. The thing that we put in jail, in baby jail, which was still one of our best moves ever. Wish you could put more things in baby jail. Oh, forgot about these things. Why are they so wet? I don't have a good answer for that. I don't even have a bad answer for that. Government teacher in high school made you all take it and then put your spot up on a physical board? That cannot be helpful for creating a safe environment for discussions. I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that idea. Somewhere up here or around here is a big boy. I think it's over by those 3 paw prints. Good. You coming over here or what, lady? Okay. As far right and authoritarian as possible. This part is fine. There were only 2 of us not in the same quadrant as the entire class. See, that just feels unnecessarily divisive though, right? Like you're gonna make those people feel like outsiders, a real group of free thinkers. Okay, does everybody need to be so hurtful? I feel like no. Like no, we don't all need to be so hurtful. I thought it was over by the paws. Maybe it's over here. Scary man. Where's scary man? Probably maybe over there. Not you. You are a scary man, but the other scary man. The bigger scary man. I see. Not that I feel like we're in a good spot to be fighting a scary man. I was just kind of curious. Just kind of curious cat. 2 of you weren't sheeple. It takes a lot more than a stupid test to make me feel like an outsider. For you, yeah. But as we've discussed, you don't feel like you're in a place where you need therapy, whereas other people might take that very personally and feel like an outsider. So your lived experience is not everybody's lived experience. Can example keep your beliefs hidden was surprised or nobody was surprised or bullied me. It was the one being the jokester. You're just a gamer. Yeah. I don't know, I just don't feel like... It feels weird to kind of like... out people, I guess. Unless you've already committed to making a really safe environment where everybody's opinion... Not that everybody's opinion has to be valid or good, but that like... I don't know. It's real hard to do that in a shame-free way, in my opinion. It makes me nervous. Yeah, I'm not saying that, like, you were put out by it. I'm saying that it just is such a high likelihood that somebody's going to get put out by it, and that it just seems like a maybe not a good environment then for people to learn or listen or talk is if you start with shame. Inside your apartments, you would say you're not an outsider. Let's go. I remember the very first day of high school, I created a little doodle that said outside the inside jokes club. I wasn't butthurt about it, but I did go into a school. It was a private Christian school, and I'd been in one, a different one that was closer to my house from like 3rd grade through 8th grade. They didn't have a high school there, so I had to transfer to a different school to do high school. But that one had its own K through 8, so there were a ton of people who had been there together from K through 8, all in the same classes, and like it was a really small school, so they all knew each other super well. And I got there on the first day, and they all had so many inside jokes, and I was just like, woo, I don't know anything about you, or anything about your lives, and you all know each other inside and out. But I will say one of the benefits of being in a small school is that like you can't have cliques because you all have to sit at the same table eventually for lunch. So while I was originally inside or outside the Inside Joke Club, I did become part of the Inside Joke Club. It was nice. Definitely learned a lot about where you sit politically. I am glad to hear that we are all at least not opting out of politics, because that irks me more than anything, is people who are like, well, I'm just not political. Okay, everything about your life is political, and also it matters to a lot of people in a lot of ways. So could you maybe have a fucking opinion? Could you maybe care? You were all seniors. We all knew where everyone would land anyway, so there really weren't any problems. Your school didn't really have bullies. People would talk bad behind your back, but never even knew it. A school full of stereotypical mean girls. I guess. I don't know that that's the way that I would choose to do it, is all I was saying. I'm glad it worked out for your class. I could see it not working out in a lot of ways. That's what I was trying to say. There's the big boy. Okay, hello, big boy. Hello, big boy. Your school had like 5 K through 8 schools feed into it. Your high school did. That sounds chaotic. I'm actually quite glad. Like, do I love that I grew up in a bubble? No. Am I glad that I got to be in really small classrooms though? Yes, because I think I would have been bullied so badly in a traditional high school. Or just in any traditional school. I was so blissfully unaware of how weird I was through all of school, because I went to small schools, and again, you couldn't really have cliques because we all had to sit together at lunch because we all fit at a fucking table together. So yeah, I felt comfortable in like 6th grade wearing a Laura Ingalls Wilder dress, apron, bonnet, and shoes to school. Not for like throwback day, just on a Wednesday. And nobody said shit. That's what skirts is wearing to school today. And it was fun. And I got to do that, and I got to have that little moment in my life, and then I did grow out of it. But like, I don't think I would have been able to develop like a whole ass personality if I were constantly afraid of what other people thought of me. And I got the privilege of just never caring what other people thought. You were bullied as fuck? No. Because we're the same person, but we had slightly different lived experiences. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm glad it was chill, Cam. I'm glad that worked out. Creepy man, that's a Psychonauts reference? I don't know the reference. You were in a weird spot where you were friends with a lot of the nerd gamer type people, but you also played sports. Yeah, and so that was another part of the like being in a small school, is like in high school I was a cheerleader. Yes, me. Was a cheerleader and had so much fun with that. Like, I just loved the choreographed dances. I just loved being a girly girl. And at the same time, I was also winning the spelling bee in the science fair and like hanging out with the nerd girls, because there were like 38 people, I think, in my graduating class from high school. And then in my like 8th grade class, there were like 9 kids. So, for cheer skirts, exactly. Give me a V, dot the I, curl the CTORY, victory. It was fun. So I'm glad that I got to see, it worked out well for me. While we're talking about things that work out well for you. For me, it worked out really well to be in a very small class and to be able to be my own weird self, to get to know my teachers really well, to have a diverse group of friends, the sporty kids and the nerdy kids. Like, I felt like I could get along with anybody. Yeah, it worked out really well. Definitely an outcast in high school and a couple years in college. Yeah. I feel very lucky that I was in a place where, like, exactly who I was like, very fully accepted. And then the college that I went to, where I met Tyler, actually, was a school mainly with engineering and aviation were their top 2 majors there. I went for business, but like they had a lot of engineers, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, just lots, and then computer engineers. So it was just like nerd city, 9 to 1 guy to girl ratio. So then even if I was gonna be weird in college, I could not be the weirdest person on campus. Like, the number of people who were LARPing on any given day was just astronomical. Like, you would just always wake up and look out your window and there's like 4 people dressed like hobbits going by, and you're like, you're living your best life. And it inspired me to live my best life. You know, if they can just in public be 20-something years old dressed up as hobbits going around to classes like that, I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want and it's fine. I can talk about clean butts on the internet and it's gonna be fine. It stopped when I went to junior high because I was the poor smart kid at the rich bitch school. Oh, so they really took me under their wing somehow because their parents didn't raise complete assholes? Let's go. That punctuation, I'm not gonna say punctuation's overrated. My bio literally says I love a well-placed semicolon. But I'll take care of the punctuation. You can skip it. You have strange interests, so... Your class was like 350? Yeah, see, like, most people that I knew graduated with hundreds or, like, close to 1,000 kids in their class, right? And, like... So the fact that I had 39 was, like... Or 38 or whatever it was so blissfully beautiful, because every teacher knew every student inside and out, and we all... were also really lucky, I guess, fortunate to have teachers who gave like a serious shit about their job. So I didn't have a bad teacher until I went to college, and wow, it really threw me for a loop. I didn't know you could have bad teachers. Do you pin bugs? So... You know what? We welcome the bug pinners. Although, don't do butterflies. Although, I did buy pinned butterfly-ish, glued butterfly art in Charleston. There's a lady who, like, raises butterflies and then collects their little dead bodies. She doesn't kill them, but she puts them in art. Nursing school has the worst fucking teachers I've ever met. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's, like, the college level, but, like, hot damn. It can't be paying that well. Why are you teaching if you are so bad at teaching? Am I scared of this guy? I am. He hurts though. I see. Unless they've died from natural causes, it's okay. Yeah. That's why I bought that lady's art, is because she was like very specific about how they all have beautiful lives. They have the best that a butterfly could ever want. They're like the elite of the bugs, but they're also not snotty. They would totally invite you to sit at the lunch table with them. Great butterflies. And then also, if they die in such a way where they still look cute, she puts their little dead butterfly bodies in a frame and sells them to you for whatever dollars I spent on that. But yes, it was ethical dead butterfly art, if such a thing is possible. Speaking of butterflies, oh my gosh, I think I mentioned this in the collab stream, but I'm so excited. The conservatory in Cincinnati, which is not far from the art museum, I like passed it on the way to the art museum. I now know that. They have a goth butterfly exhibit with like all these like dark flowers and dark butterflies or something like that for the entire summer. And I am so here for it. I've never been cool enough to be goth a day in my life. But the fact that they made that a theme is so endearing to me that I cannot wait to go spend money to look at it. It might even be free. I would pay money though. You didn't have a bad professor until you got to fourth year of uni, and they aren't teachers, they're researchers forced to teach. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is like, I could almost respect that. It was that like the people that I got for college classes were like, they didn't know the subject matter. Like I had An English teacher whose syllabus was so full of grammatical errors that I didn't go back after the first day of class. Like, I just walked out and never went back to that class. Did I fail it? Probably. And then, like, math teachers who really loved the subject that they were teaching, but, like, weren't good at teaching, right? Like, they were just standing up there reading out of a book. And I'm like, I know what the book says, but, like, could you have any fun with this? It's math. It's fun. Like, could you have fun with math? Like, why are you a math teacher if you don't find math fun? These little creatures down here make the stupidest noises. We can at least look at them while they're making noises. What do you mean failed? Probably. Oh, I did have a transcript, yeah. But if you were asking me how many classes I failed in college, it was a lot of them because I just didn't go to class. Would I maybe redo that in a different life? I don't know. I don't know. It really genuinely threw me to have teachers who didn't care, and so I didn't care then. I stopped caring because I had nobody to impress anymore. So someday, so like I finished through like junior year of college and then just stopped. Someday I will go finish my last year and a bit. And I'll be definitely more intentional about it. It's why whenever anybody's in here and they're like, oh, I have work to do, or I have like homework to do, or I have classes to go to, I'm like, do it! Do it, don't skip it. Do not follow in my footsteps. But yeah, that was a huge reason why I struggled so much in college, was just I was so used to performing for adults who cared. And then they just didn't care. And I was like, well, then why do I care? How many times do you get to kick me, sir? That was freaking rude. Hey. It's fine, we'll go uppies. We'll go uppies. Nobody needs you anyway. Oh boy, everybody's mad at once. This was a bad way to go. Oh no, oh no. Oh no. Okay, let's do this the quiet way again, because this was so much better the quiet way. You can just backstab everybody. Yes, much better, much better, much better. Stop hurting me, I am but a small child. How do I get... Okay, there we go. I see. I see! Oh, when I find a new playlist and it is good. Let's go. You can put a link in music if you want to. Could use some tunes. Oh, that's just for burning that guy. I remember. I did finally cave. Speaking of purchases. I want a coffee. Can I order a fancy coffee? Can I get a caramel macchiato? I missed. This is so dumb. Grab the rope, you tiny little nonsense machine. I'm gonna die over here. I went the wrong way. With chocolate whipped cream? Sorry for making that noise, but yes. Just let me leave. Gravity. All because I missed hitting one guy. And I forgot which way to go. All because. Leave a girl alone. Beautiful. Yeah, okay, so chocolate whipped cream came up just now because the place that I get the really fancy hot chocolate from, Hotel Chocolat, has 2 cafes in Chicago, or at least multiple. I don't know how many, but apparently they have cafes in Chicago. They're a brand out of the UK, so I don't know what they're doing in Chicago, but I need to move back apparently. But they were showing pictures of what they have there, and like they have a whole wall of chocolate for you to choose from. You can like make a custom flavor of hot chocolate like in the cafe while you're there. Like you can order whatever mix you want. And then they showed a picture of one of the drinks that you could get, and it had chocolate whipped cream on it, and it looked so good. So good! It's all I've been thinking about for days. So I might at least make a road trip to Chicago. Because that seems like important to try. I don't want to be here anymore. There's other stuff we can do in here. Let's do other stuff in here. Okay. Okay. Can we get an uppies? Thank you. Nice. As in, it's nice to not die to that guy. Not like I did a good job. I barely survived that. We've definitely done this part before. Mama. Yeah, we've definitely done this part before. Okay, there's nothing up here. We are missing 2 treasures in this area. Is the only reason I'm wandering around. I assume one of them is tied to that mini-boss. But one of them's just hanging out somewhere. Waiting to be collected. Crying a little bit that nobody is coming to collect it, in fact. I feel like we've done all of the little murmuring dude areas. I don't want to get trapped with all those guys if I don't have to. stop killing yourself. It's like the stop hitting yourself meme when you're like a kid and you're fighting with your sibling. Oh, good. She hit herself. Perfect. Okay. We wouldn't have spent a lot of time in this room originally because it was on fire. So I'm just kind of checking to see if there's anything we missed. That's more of that puzzle. Anything uppies in here? I don't think so. Oh, there's a chest that's right there. It's right there. Frickin' how? It's right there. It's right there. Oh, this is obnoxious. Returned with coffee and a breakfast snacky? Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm hungry as fuck. I could at least switch out my spin drifts, the changing of the guard. We're going from Fuji apple to a fresh tropical lemonade. What a sound. What a face I made while making that sound. Okay, I can't figure out how to get up there. It does look like maybe there's a drop down. How does one get up? Not that way. Seems like a stupid. Well, I guess that's probably the only way to get up. Great. It's time to murder some little fat blobs. I think I just ran through here last time, so let's try the same strat. I died. ASMR can opening stream win? I know. Okay, let's try that again with less death. All the way over there. Wonderful. No, I don't want to fight you again, but thank you. Sir, I don't remember where I'm going. If you could stop chasing me somehow faster than I'm running, that would be wonderful. That looks like there's a hole there for something. Puppies! Everybody die! Thank you. Okay, now we go this way. Ugh. Now we fall to our death. Now we fall to our death. Oh my gosh. How many hits? We made it. Mm-hmm. Oh, poor little fat blobs. How do I get your attention? Hey, slit face. Okay, this part sucks. Also, I don't know where I'm going. That doesn't help at all. I think this is just a little room. I think we're trapped if we're in here. We are. How do we get to the right? Much better. Okay, so this is where I want to be, and this is where I can't seem to figure out how to go down because there's 7,000 fucking lasers. I figured it out! We opened up a chest! Let's go! I got a gift card! Oh my gosh. Okay, so now we have only one treasure left, and it's like most assuredly at the big boy. Okay, nobody wants to hang out with the big boy. Good. That looked like I intentionally just walked off into the abyss, and I need you to know I didn't. That time I kind of did. We're just gonna leave now, thank you, if you don't mind. I don't remember how to leave. Oh my gosh, leaving sucks. Leaving sucks, leaving sucks, leaving's bad. Okay. Heh. Ooh. Okay. I need a game that makes a lure item for mobs, but the item is a sign on the wall that says buy one, get one 50% off on all evil henchmen merch. Honest to goodness, their little matching outfits are too much. Does anybody want to save me from my misery? Anybody want to do this boss fight for me? Do you want to do my boss fight for me? Must be mad to have agreed to help you. If the elders back home knew what I was doing out here, I'd get the scolding of a lifetime. Okay. It's great to be friends with you too. Wait. Tits? Okay. We've seen the tits. How many dollars do we have available? Oh, right. If we sold Chuan's coin, which we will never do, we would have enough money to do something important. Otherwise, we have $500. I see. Which is not enough for anything. The transaction may fail, but goodwill persists. If you're not in the mood to do business, we can sit down and recite poetry together? Oh, actually, I would love that. I would much prefer that. I think. Okay, here's the deal. I do want to finish this game, and also it's hurting my feelings how bad I am at it today. So we're going to switch to Hello Kitty. I'm going to take a little break and switch all the stuff over. And we're going to have some cozy gaming because I need it for my soul.